So this is your so uh, one thing that in the first objective, you are telling that examine the understanding. This is a very pertinent topic, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
I
please,
mean,
please. Yeah.
first of all, I should congratulate that this is the topic. This is a very burning issue, and it is a very good topic for sure.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. But I want to understand that examine the understanding of the microfinance borrower about climate change and what would be the process of talking to them. Like, is it an interview schedule? If it is
Yeah.
interview schedule, then you have to give them some orientation. Possibly
Yes.
they do not understand that what is like this climate change and probable
Yes.
impact. Uh, I mean, first you have to orient them. Then
Mm.
only if you ask them, then they
Yeah.
can tell you. If
Yes.
you don't orient them that ऐसा ऐसा हुआ है, ऐसा ऐसा बहुत सारी जगह
Correct.
पर ऐसा हुआ है. If we don't do that one, they probably they cannot align the thought, and you will not be getting the right kind of responses.
Yes.
Second
You are
thing,
right.
yeah, the scrutinize of the special financial alternatives available to the microfinance borrower to mitigate the climate change challenges in the Marathwada region. Okay, region we will discuss on. So you were telling that
Yeah.
when they will tell that, okay, these are the changes or these are the problems we are seeing.
Hmm.
So we have to also ask them कि last 5 साल में, पिछले
Hmm.
5 साल में या पिछले 10 साल में, 5 साल would
Hmm.
be right because they can remember 5 साल
Hmm.
में क्या चेंज हुआ है, क्या शिफ्ट हुआ है.
Hmm.
ओरिएंट करने के बाद तो 5 साल में लास्ट 5 years में कैसे हुआ है. So if you
Hmm.
ask in that way, possibly they will give you some information. Then scrutinize the present financial alternatives available to the microfinance borrowers.
Hmm.
So financial alternatives, what would be the response, probable response? The
Hmm.
response may be, can they tell? Because microfinance borrower, like for example, in
Hmm.
some places, what we have seen,
Hmm.
because of your this climate change,
Hmm.
the season of your what do you call it, rowing this
Yeah. The cultivation
seeds,
time.
the
Huh.
cultivation time has shifted.
Yeah.
So if it is happening,
Hmm.
earlier also they were getting the finance from microfinance.
Hmm.
In the this your shifted this time frame, they will once again be getting the fund from microfinance. What would be
Yeah.
the alternative? I'm just trying to understand that what would be their response. When we do the research, we also try to
Yeah.
understand that what kind of response may we get.
Yes.
And if we are not getting the right kind of response, possibly um, we have to change our objective, or we have to change our
Yes.
questions or something. So
Correct.
I'm
Correct.
not
Correct. You are right. Yeah.
sure climate demand supply estimation finance. Last one, the analysis of this suitability of microfinance, it is good. Means you have to also talk to the not only the microfinance client but also the institutions. What are they thinking?
Yeah.
The conduct of climate finance demand and supply gap, estimation of climate finance climate demand supply gap. This is to conduct the climate finance demand supply gap. Demand supply gap analysis, estimation of
They have mistake that is already rectified and right now.
what do you want to understand under this objective? Conduct the demand climate finance demand supply gap analysis for estimation of climate financing requirement for microfinance borrowers.
So, what are the
Just a
barriers
minute,
they
just a
have
minute,
facing?
just a minute. Hello,
Yeah.
hello. अच्छा, 5 minute meeting. I'm just coming in 5 minutes. हाँ.
So, we have not gone very deep into that, but we have just thought of now that what are the demand because of the climate change, what are the demands they have from there, and what are the supply gaps? Means what are the barriers they are getting because of this climate change? So how these gaps of the thing has been means whatever the, let's suppose they demand for the money, and because there is a bad weather and all those things, the supply of the fund has not been done and all those things. So there is a mismatch between this one. So how can we mitigate those things actually we're thinking?
Yeah, in that case, you have to bring the flavor of micro insurance, huh? Weather insurance, and other thing, agriculture insurance. You have to
Yeah,
bring
insurance. The
Yeah.
crop insurance also, na?
Crop insurance also, yes. Insurance perspective needs to be brought in.
Yeah.
Do you think that people can, Sangeeta can also help us to understand that,
Yeah,
Stutina is
definitely.
the second one, that financial alternatives, can they tell us these financial alternatives? Because if they are like now the client of microfinance, it means they are sourcing it from microfinance institutions, even after shifting or change in
Yeah.
this your cultivation time, they are still getting the fund from the microfinance. So alternative, I can understand what exactly you are asking, but I cannot fit it in the objective.
Yeah.
That I'm
See,
not able
what I
to
was
fit it.
thinking
Please
now,
tell.
see, out of her, so whatever, see, out of this four, I think we are little more this one. Can we make it little smaller, this objectives, or maybe three objectives or two objectives?
Yeah, I totally agree with it,
Because it's too much. Four objectives is really like a thesis, PhD thesis.
All right,
Yeah.
PhD thesis, yes.
Yeah. So can we just even, you can also tell us your, and Sangeeta ma'am also can tell us exactly what's happening in the, because from your perspective, we can tune also these objectives also. First, though, you have to give a training session to the all the people, like a focus group discussions and all those things. So these are the microfinance products you have and what you demand. What is the climate smart things are there? Whether you understand this or not and all. So that first one is one of the objective to make them literate about those things, what is happening and all those things.
क्लैरिटी गैप नहीं है। अब मेरा पॉइंट है कि अभी आपको क्या करना है, इनको जो इनकम प्रोफाइल है, are you expect do we have
So,
to
ma'am,
change it and give it only for
is
microfinance?
Vijay
Income
trying to
profile.
join? Is there a seat in the waiting room?
There is no waiting room, so
Yeah.
we can join.
Pooja, there are two things.
Yeah.
If we look at the things from the perspective of your demand and supply, in the demand space, first objective fits in. Like, what are the shift? What are the shift they are seeing? Second of all, second, we can ask them whether the products are apt or not, or what they add on they want on it. These are the two things we can possibly bring on the plate. That this is the seed they have seen, and this is the product. These products are apt, or they want some add-ons.
Yeah.
And if add-ons, what would be the add-ons? It may be something insurance on something or whatever. I'm not very sure at this point of time because this is an exploratory study. So in that case, I know that they will talk about that one, but in many cases, they cannot be very explicit and candid. They understand the changes, possibly the seat. In many cases, they may not tell you that what exactly they need to address those issues. Now, so your primary, target, respondents would be microfinance clients, but I do feel that that you have to also talk to the little bit senior level, like the branch manager,
Yeah.
something.
Not to, yes, that is that demand is the microfinance borrower and supply side is the microfinance institutions.
So supply side is not only microfinance institutions, but also insurance agencies, other people.
The assets from into
We have to
Yeah.
also
denominator may be at fault.
think of it.
Yeah.
So
So
the question
we can
is,
use a mixed
when we
database.
ask
Right.
Some variables we can use from there as a secondary level. We cannot depend only on the primary things.
Right.
We can see what are the variables are there in that.
Mm.
One from the enterprise means from the what I was just said. Who are the borrowers and who is the lenders who gives this one. So you have to make a study and see how this climate financing is a new buzzword. In that context, we have to see this demand supply gap. I don't know whether I make sense or not.
total income which you will
So, Sangeeta ma'am, you can also give some input for this.
So what you have to do, Pooja, in this case, like when you are talking about supply can be of two levels, huh? Because, now once you are having the understanding that these are these are the seat, and these are the needs, unmet needs of these borrowers of microfinance. Then once you have this understanding, possibly we have to do a bit of snowballing in case of doing the study in study design. We have to put this snowballing that once we understand that on the ground what is happening, then you talk to the microfinance. We have to tell microfinance first because we will go to their clients, but after having this knowledge, then we should go to the microfinance institutions, that this is what we are seeing, what their observation on it now. So in this case, you will see two kinds of your supply side problem. One is supply from microfinance institution to the borrowers. Another one is also your um, lenders understanding of the lenders on this your climate thing and support to the microfinance, because microfinance borrows the money from the lenders and they give it to this your end clients. If they do not get the money from their lenders, they cannot support these end clients, right? So there may be two stages your supply side gap. So
Yeah.
once we get this base data, then we talk to them, then we'll be having overall understanding that, okay, fine, this is the problem, and this is the problem, and these are the responses from our end clients, and supply side has this kind of problem because they cannot come up with any. Microfinance is a non-collateral loan. So if it is a non-collateral loan, then microfinance institutions, they are also sometimes little bit hesitant to support this kind
Yeah.
of new initiatives where they do not, although they do it, but they may not be that comfortable to uh, give this
Yeah.
new kind of loans, because because their fund is also tied with something. They don't have extra money to explore other things. Their money is also tied to with some objective, some parameters. So
Yeah.
there is also a gap. So we need to tell about. So there will be three steps. Then you talk to some of the lenders that why, I mean, we are getting the responses like this. So you have to talk to a bit of lenders, then you have to talk to a bit of insurance agencies. You'll get those information either from your field level or from the intermediary microfinance MFIs level.
Mhm.
So it kind of in your uh, design of the study, you have to write this on that. We will do snowballing. Once we know this, then we'll go to this
Mhm.
MFIs, then we'll ask MFIs whom to talk to, then you have to go. So it's a kind of, what kind of time frame do you have? How many, what do you call, respondents you are looking for?
So actually, I'm asking you the next question is that means how big we can do this analysis for how long we can get the funding, what will be the study area and also then
Whom are
that
you
will give us
approaching? Whom are you approaching for your study, funding the study?
maybe SIDBI. So do you think they will fund us or NABARD?
SIDBI, I'm not very sure of, but we can talk to NABARD, having a joint study, IIT Bombay and Sadhan. If we can do that one, then it seems there is a possibility we can explore.
Okay.
Only the
So
thing,
SIDBI will not fund. What do you think?
uh, it's little bit tough to get money from SIDBI. It takes a bit of while, bit of time to get the approval, then getting the money
Oh.
release will be another problem. Everything would be there.
Yeah, अच्छा, ठीक है, NABARD, if you can go ahead. So another thing also we have thought of the climate smart agriculture. So that we also in one other side, one more objective also we have done is that climate smart agriculture in the Marathwada region, what are the challenges they have and how this microfinance is helping, or there are some the clients we want to interlink the climate smart agriculture microfinance. So try to
Hmm.
do that way. Yeah.
So So then there are two studies. One is your climate smart agriculture side. Another one is your understanding the impact and alignment with the support from the microfinance institution. So these studies are basically two studies. If you go through our website, there is a study done by Microsave Consulting. I think it is there in our website, on our website. So if we do that one, if you
Actually,
do that one, then you will get some information. Then I can also bring my colleagues in this discussion on this, that they have done something. They can also help you to understand.
yeah, so what is the funding? What are other this NABARD, whether they will fund, but I'll try my best. One CGM I have met, but he has gone retired and now. So whom to approach? Any other agency, because these IGIDF people, they have done through this SIDBI, no?
No, they didn't do it. It's we did it.
That's why you guys do it.
Yeah, yeah. We have raised the fund, and we have, we have given them this, this, what do you call it? Like working together, and
Okay, so
we
why did
started
you help
working.
us for this? So where we can
No, we
use.
don't have any problem of doing this one. That's not at all a problem. Only the thing we have to frame it properly, and also like we have to work. Why Marathwada region?
No, not Bharat. As I know someone about the region and all, that's agriculture university one person. So we have said, I'm not very particular about the Marathwada. Anywhere we can do in India, only just a case study because I know the place a little more about the study area.
Which I think what we can possibly do. I mean, if you want to do it from Marathwada region in Maharashtra, that's not at all a problem. What we can do actually to spread over a bit. That
Yeah, where you want.
yeah,
Yeah,
we don't want means you have to do a bit secondary research that where we are seeing the impact of this climate change in Maharashtra.
yeah.
So if you do that secondary research, and if you can come up with a justification that geography, which geography you want to do, and what's the justification behind it.
Yeah, that we can do. That
Yeah. So
we
in
can do.
that case, we can identify the geographies. Then in that geography, what we can do, we can figure out which are the institutions working over there, and then we can go to the end clients and try to understand from them. So this is the possibility.
Yeah, that we can do. Only that Marathwada, how is the thing? And two, three other districts, some tehsil and all. So that professor will help us because he knows the area and all. That's what he wants.
Apart from Marathwada, isn't there any area where this climate change has impacted?
This climate change, I have not seen, well, I have not gone there, I have not
So
Googled that.
what you have to we have to do the
Yeah.
secondary research, because if we are
Yeah.
asking it from Maharashtra's your this regional office, then they would like to understand uh,
That
from
we
the
can do it
spread
through
it
I.
spread it
Yeah, yeah.
over through across Maharashtra. If you
Yeah,
do
through
that,
IMD, through IMD in Pune, that the
hmm,
Indian Meteorological. So we have colleagues there. So
hmm.
they will help us to find out where this climate smart agriculture is there. They're using it and all.
No,
So those
forget about climate smart agriculture at this point of time, where we are seeing the shift in climate. So
shift in the
there,
climate.
two studies, what we are discussing, you are telling me, two studies. One is impact of climate on the microfinance, borrowers of microfinance clients, and what are the possibilities, how microfinance institutions are helping them. If not helping them, what are the asks of the clients and borrowers to to overcome this problem. This is one. Second one, you're talking about climate smart agriculture. So
So
we can
that we
get
can.
some in. Yeah, please tell me.
So what I'm saying that first we can go ahead with this shift in the climate impact on the microfinance borrower. CSA
Uh,
we can keep aside because it's too much for us also.
mm,
Because it's two separate study
to
and we need two funding agency for that one. So we'll keep
uh,
it in the
what
because
you can do, Pooja, what we can do possibly, we can put like that a parameter to understand if somebody is using any climate smart agriculture product,
hmm,
or we are seeing in that geography climate smart agriculture things are there or not. That's all we should be doing. Then
yeah, yeah,
if we get those basic data, then we can build on those data to
yeah,
develop another project proposal.
yeah. We further whatever the study area will take into account about the microfinance and one more
Hmm.
questionnaire or two we can keep it as a climate smart whether there is adoption of
Yes,
climate smart
right.
in that region that makes fair
Right.
enough, fair enough.
Right.
Yeah,
So we can build up another agenda, another study on this.
yeah. And we have
Pooja,
data. Yeah, tell me.
please. Pooja, one thing that um, in IIT Bombay, you do have those econometricians and other, right?
Yeah, yeah. Me too, a econometrician. Yeah.
Okay, very good. One of the areas possibly what we can think of doing a very deep dive. Do you have idea about microfinance?
Sorry.
Do you have idea about microfinance and their operations, everything?
Yeah,
Or
you see,
in
Vijay.
anybody in your team?
Yeah, yeah. Vijeta has done PhD in that. She is one of my students. So she has worked on microfinance. Her thesis was on that one.
No, if somebody has worked in it, see, one thing, my thesis is also on microfinance, efficiency of the microfinance models and impact. So it is also there. But this one you work with or have some experience in the microfinance, you can understand the things in a better way. That's what I was asking.
Yeah,
If
yeah, yeah.
anybody has. Otherwise, we will help you to understand, no problem. So, what I'm trying to understand, so one of the things in microfinance is actually the assessment of the income of the clients. There is a threshold that we can only give this loan to those individuals who are having this income, the family income up to 300,000 INR.
Hmm.
Now, we are trying to do it, and it is on the responses. It's based on, so everybody has developed a format, and they're filling up with the responses of the end borrowers. So instead of 100 rupees, I can always boast and tell that I do have income of 300 rupees, right? What we want to understand possibly that in that it's a separate study we are thinking of. It's that how are the microfinance institutions doing the assessment and where are the gaps and how can we build up a better process of assessment? Because these assessments are not doing a person like you, me, Sangeeta, anybody very senior. These
Yeah,
are
yeah.
being done by all those 10, 12 graduation past kids, and in many a cases, they don't have much idea about all these things. They want to sell their product and they do whatever necessary. So if we can pick up couple of these their assessment and also try to understand it has to be study with anonymity. So if we pick up and we check the assessment and their real situation, then what will happen that we can also get some information that these are the things. Then it can be a policy document. It can turn into a policy document for Reserve Bank of India that see these are the gaps and these are the things possibly we have to do.
Mhm.
So if we can do that study, will be very good. And I want in one side, I want um, very knowledgeable person on microfinance. On the other hand, I want very strong people,
Econometrician.
econometricians, finance person from finance, everything. So I want a kind of like very deep dive with the right kind of people.
Just 1 minute. There's a bell. I'll just come. Just come.
Okay.
Oh, come in, come in.
Hello, Vijeta.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, very much audible.
Hello, sir. Sorry to join late. I was in class, so
No
I
problem, no
joined late.
problem. We can always understand. We are also so much pressurized with the works and everything. No problem, no problem. So, when did you do your study? This.
I did it in the Mirzapur district of Uttar Pradesh, and I did the primary survey data with Cash4 and Utkarsh Microfinance. I worked with them. So there were two strands of my study. One was actually for what is the impact of microfinance in addressing barriers to financial inclusion, and other strand was actually adoption of IT by MFIs. So
Okay.
those two were separate strands, and the MFI and IT study was actually a case study based approach. Other were like it was based on econometric modeling.
Now, what's your observation?
So observation is that to a certain extent, microfinance has been able to address barriers like documentation barriers and
For
psychological.
technology.
Yeah. Documentation barriers, for example, uptaking of financial services. So, for example, in banking sector, they have to produce a lot of documents, which is not there very much with the microfinance. Second important thing was transaction cost was lower, and the approval of loan was also very faster. So the customers had a very, I would say, they had a very satisfying experience with microfinance institution as far as lending is concerned. So that was my primary data observation. And for IT and MFI, I observed that at middle level and senior level, there is IT adoption, but at the ground level, there is a less of exposure with respect to IT because the ground staff is also not that much educated. And when I was doing my study, it was not India was not like doing very well in terms of IT at least.
When did you do your study?
So
My
it
next
was
question.
in 2013-14, I collected the data.
2013,
13,
14.
14.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then your observation on this empowerment on technology with this your end officers are right. But nowadays the situation is totally
Yeah,
different.
yes.
Yeah, they have
Post
adopted this
2016, yes.
post 2016, not post 2016. It is more like 1920, something like that,
90.
It's just much more difference. Yeah, good to know that you have done your study on this microfinance.
Yeah, so as you have said, we can do the work what you are suggesting, at least this assessment of the income of the client and all. This we have need little more idea. As econometrist, I can help, but I am not a person who worked in the means
No, Pooja, what we
institution.
have to do, we have to bring this both of the sides, like this microfinance practitioners and also the educationists. So what we have to, what we call generally in our domain, that we have to bring together both the research and practice together.
Yeah,
And
industry and
then,
academia.
uh, what do you call it? Industry and?
Industry and academia.
Okay. And we call it research and practice. So anyway,
Yeah, that's same.
same thing. So we want to
Yeah.
do that one, and I'd be extremely happy to do this one and try to get some fund from somewhere to do this study. So anyway, let me get back into this study on this. If we can slim a bit our objectives, it's
Yeah,
too heavy
too
for a
heavy.
study.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And one thing
So,
what we
Vijay,
have.
you also can tell a little more about this objective. With this four is too much. First is that we have to give them one orientation for the borrowers. That is one objective we can make, and rest of the fourth is the suitability of the products and all. Out of this two and three, we have to make it little one or something like that. Demand supply analysis and what are the present financial alternatives, what you need, and all those things. Can you just put some of your lights on this proposed objectives?
So when we were framing these objectives, we first wanted to know if there is any climate change happening or not. As sir was saying that we should have a very verifiable evidence of climate change happening, then only we can offer them climate finance products. So that was the first objective that we wanted to have. And second was what are the present financial alternatives that is available, because some of the banks they offer green loans also. There is a priority sector lending for climate financing also, to the microfinance sector also. So what are those alternatives available? And the third objective was key. What is the demand for climate financing and what is the supply side? So that we can actually get from the banking institutions. And the fourth was key, if at all the microfinance institutions are offering climate financing related products, what is their suitability and how important they are. So these were four objectives that we had planned in our mind, based on whatever literature is available and based on what is happening in the field.
So the first one, to examine the understanding of the microfinance borrower about climate change and its probable impact on their livelihood. And yeah, I mean, so I can understand that first we have to ask them to just like कि यहाँ पर कुछ change हुआ है, यहाँ पर ज़्यादा वर्षा हो रहा है या फिर गर्मी ज़्यादा पड़ रहा है, this type of question. And then we would be trying to understand that, I mean, whether they understand this there is a shift in climate change or not, and then what is their impact on livelihood. It itself is a big study. Hello.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it itself is a big study. There are orientation and also there is shift and everything. This present financial alternatives available to borrower and conduct a climate demand supply. So see, one thing that this second and third, this third one is actually already there in the second and first and second. So one side is demand, one side is
Supply.
supply. So if we put it in a different way, would be good. And the suitability role of microfinance product and everything. So when we are talking about supply, then there is this microfinance and other banking institutions are coming, institutions, agencies are coming.
Yes.
So
So
if we can slim it down, yes.
So can we merge 3 and 4 or 2 and 3?
2 and 3, I think.
2 and 3. Because there are present financial alternatives on them. Okay. Sir, actually, for the first objective, we had a discussion with an agri scientist, and he said the borrowers are not able to differentiate between if it's a climate change or climate variability. So for that, we need
now
to
once again, this is a big concept, climate variability and climate change. Make it very simple.
Okay.
That if they are understanding the shift or not. If they are understanding the shift or not, then you ask them that what kind of shift you are seeing.
Okay.
Then when they are saying that shift is happening, then you ask them that what are the impacts.
Correct.
So then what their impact, then you ask them one side that it is from the demand side, that ask them that whether the product you are getting, the banking product, the financial product, whether they're apt or not, what they want new product or anything. In many cases, they may not get you the direct answer, but you have to somehow, your researchers should understand that what exactly they're trying to put forward. And then this is what we have to do. Then we have to snowball it to the agencies, microfinance agencies and banking. So what you have to do, Pooja and Vijeta, so you have to do some secondary research. So in secondary research, you have to, if we are targeting to get it from NABARD or something, and from the regional office, it should not be very big amount. They won't be giving you big amount. These are the small amounts they sometimes give for this. So what you have to do, we have.
Generally, what is the money they give for this type of thing?
8 लाख 10 लाख रुपया से ज्यादा देगा ही नहीं हमारे ऑफिस.
Oh,
So it's
very
not
small peanuts for us.
Yes. So, but what happens, Pooja, once you have done this study, it can be escalated
Yes.
for the bigger study.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We
That's
can go for some international agency also for funding and all.
Yes. So if we have something, the proof of concept type of thing, then we can tell it like this, your impact study, na? We have done it, first we have done it with M2I. So they have done, so M2I, they have done a study for 1,000 sample. Now we could place it on the table of SIDBI and understand that, approach them that we need a bigger study. So if we have done this, if we do this study in, in Maharashtra, then we can tell them that, see, this is the study we have done, and we want to do it at national level. And then both this IIT Bombay and Sadhan can go forward.
That sounds good. So I just this is the second and third objective will club together, make it one, and then we can reformulate the objectives. But my one hunch is that how many respondents you want? It's a 500 or 1,000? 1,000 too big sample, no? Or 500 borrowers you want us to, or how?
What you do, first you tell us how many geographies. No. First you tell that how many geographies you are seeing that there is a severe shift in climate.
Right now it is in Parbhani district, sir.
How
Bid and
many?
Latur, Parbhani.
How many districts?
So in Marathwada region, there are 3 districts that
No,
are
don't talk about Marathwada. If you are talking about getting the fund from your this NABARD or that kind of DFIs, that very specific, like this kind, only Marathwada own to. So tell me, across your this Maharashtra, where are you seeing that there is a shift, major shift in climate? So if it is like 5 areas, in that 5 areas, then you can take like 100 or 200 clients. So it will be like 500 to 1,000 clients. Then you build up the agenda like that.
That we have to need to work on, because we
Hmm.
have seen the Parvani and this one Marathwada. We have to see some other region where there
Hmm.
is this things climate is and the microfinance institution must be there who can help them actually, even if the climate change is there.
You will be getting microfinance institutions even in Andaman Nicobar, don't you worry. Yeah, that's truth. Actually, that's truth.
Oh, yeah. So you have to find out those my MFIs who are those there, and whether the climate smart is there or there. So like that, you have to find out somewhere
So
here.
you give us the
Thank you.
geography. We will talk to the microfinance institutions. How many of them are there? I mean, we will do that. That all those statistical juggleries and tell you that okay, fine. These are the institutions. They have agreed because this is not just we telling them. They also need to buy in.
Hmm.
So once they buy in, then we will have this one. But still, before that, we have to be very clear that with geography and everything, that's how we can we can approach uh, NABARD or any agency, right, Sangeeta? If we have that one, then we have to do a presentation on that. First, we have to send this your concept note, then we have to send them budget, then we have to have a presentation. So all these things are there. So
Yeah, we are okay with it. We are in the same bus.
right.
We are eager to do that.
Uh, so we can do it.
Only that you have to help us where to get the fund actually. For funding, whatever we can do, we can do.
I mean, no, not only funding. I mean, it is also tough to get the clients, end clients.
Yeah.
And also because the thing is that we are from the practice, so we can also help you to build up the agenda in right way. In many a cases, I'm telling you, it's not to picking up on anyone. So many a cases, these educational institutions, they came to us, and trust me, they do not understand. They want to, their will is very good, their intention is very good, but they do not understand the thick of the things, because we are in the thick of the things. Na? So there's
Yeah.
something conceptually it is there, but practically it is not there. Like the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
FOIR calculation I was telling you, conceptually it is there, but there are a lot of issues over there. So if we can work with you, both of the institutions come together, we can tell you what exactly is there over, then you can do the analysis side and we can build up a very good study on it.
Yeah, definitely. We are looking forward actually. Alone we cannot do. So the
No.
supply and we know we want institutions who can help us. Actually, who is working in the microfinance, like
We'll do
Sada and
that.
all, yeah. So
No, no,
that
we will help you to
clear
get this.
picture, yeah. So that's why
We'll
I
do that.
approach you guys so that you can help us. So the
Hmm.
geography we now what is the takeaway from the meeting if
So
I'm
one is we have to slim down the objective, very specific objective. And the second thing is also the geography.
yeah.
And we need a two-page note.
Sorry?
Two-page note. How many pages are there in this
Yeah, so
document?
these documents we have written something. So we'll make it two concept note, 2 pages.
I give them 2 pages, not more than that at all at this point of time.
Yeah.
So you send us, then we will also work on it. We will have a look and we will have a discussion. Then we will float it to the different agencies.
Yeah, yeah. So that you have to take care, help us.
I will
Who are the
definitely will.
different agency that I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
actually. Only
Hmm.
the proposal writing, estimations, work, econometrics, and all those things we can do. And with your help,
Hmm.
we can correct the
No
data and
problem.
all.
No problem. No problem. No
So I'm
problem.
so happy that at least something is coming up. No?
No, no, it will. It will. We also work with different agencies. Like in Jammu and Kashmir, we are working with the IIM Jammu for the your this taking finance to the last person. There is a gap in Jammu Kashmir. We are working with another agency in this Indian Institute of Education, no, Enterprise, the Guwahati, we are working for this Northeast. So we build up actually in Southern, we build up the alliances. So something we know, something you know, something other people know. So we build, if we work together na, in tandem, at the end of the day, product is very good, which is efficient product to take the
Yeah,
microfinance to the last person. I will do from one perspective. If you do,
yeah,
you will do it from one perspective. It may not be
correct.
very apt for taking it forward. Like what I am talking about, this fire calculation and other, I want to have a very strong policy document.
Mhm.
we can do it, but we cannot do it like you, understanding the econometrics. We cannot do it. So that's what you will be contributing in it. So that's what we, that's how we work in Southern. We always build up the alliances and work together.
Yeah, that will really, that's what we are looking forward. Alone we cannot,
Mm.
so that we need the practitioners, that flavor of work, what you guys
Right, right,
do and all.
right.
And
So in that case, we also like, personally me, I also teach in different universities, especially in the financial inclusion and microfinance, all these
okay,
things.
so we can invite you also to IIT Bombay because
It's
recently,
fine.
yeah, October we have done actually very good conference like
Uh-huh.
pathways to sustainable economy, a banking and finance perspective. There we have done a women empowerment, MSMEs and
Mm.
microfinance, the trifecta for inclusive development. That's a theme we have,
Mm.
and we have done quite a good discussions. That time we don't know.
Sangeeta, if we can, I mean, let us also invite you. Let us send you a special invitation for our national conference. Please to come attend.
Acha.
It's on 22nd, 23rd October, right?
23rd, 24th.
23rd, 24th October. We'll send you a special invitation. Come here. It's wonderful. You know, this is one of the
Where
most
is that
soft
actually?
Delhi.
Acha, you are in Delhi.
Yes. Why are you
Oh.
in Delhi or what? No.
I thought it is near to Bombay and all.
No, no,
Oh,
no,
अच्छा
no.
संगीता मैम तो दिल्ली में पता है and all.
No, no, I'm also, our main office is in Delhi. We do have a regional presence. Like Sangeeta's one of the roles is also look after some portion of NCR.
अच्छा
And apart
NCR
from
में working.
yeah, yeah, she is very much in the this your policy and your industry development side. But she wants to go to the field more often. So she has taken that one. We do have that colleagues in Western Zone. Matab, he is there in Ahmedabad. We do have Karthik. So we do have zonal presence. But our main office is in central office is in Delhi.
Yeah, definitely I'll come in October.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the most sought after events in the calendar of microfinance in India. So it is
Oh,
a
wow.
2 days event. We get a traffic of around 700 people and with 85 very prominent speakers.
My God, wow, it's so nice.
It's a kind of melting pot of the microfinance areas.
Wow. So yeah, send us. We'll definitely try to come. So
Sangeeta,
what
make
is
it
the
sure
date?
that 23rd and 24th, as Sangeeta is telling, yes.
Okay.
So she will ensure that you are getting it. Huh? Come, come.
Thank
It will be good
you. Yeah.
also to interact with people, also understand the domain, everything.
So
Although
then
we keep a fees of 7,000, but you don't have to pay it.
okay. So
No,
where is
no.
it going to happen in Delhi? Which area is it?
It's where are we doing it? In Ashoka. Yeah.
Where
In
where
Ashoka.
is it?
CP.
पता नहीं.
CP,
अच्छा,
CP.
CP अच्छा.
Yeah.
There are few places we know in Delhi, so I really okay.
Don't you
ठीक
worry,
है.
Sangeeta will navigate you. No problem.
Yeah, so nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, so good to see you both, Sangeeta ma'am. And how you pronounce your name?
Shoibal.
Acha, you are from Kolkata.
I'm from Bengal, not from Kolkata. I'm from Durgapur.
Acha, Durgapur. Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah.
And where are you from?
I'm from Orissa
Yeah,
actually,
I
Bhubaneswar.
know. Acha, Bhubaneswar.
Bhubaneswar.
One of the nicest city in India. So beautiful.
Yeah, it's truly beautiful
It's
actually.
very beautiful. And also I get my solace in this Lingaraj temple. I make sure whenever I'm going there, I
That's
spend some time there.
oh, that's a really wonderful place.
Yes,
Sometimes we catch up. Yeah.
actually, it's a wonderful place. Especially in the evenings, it's so beautiful. Like you will get the what do you call it, the serenity of the
Yeah.
God, you know, the blessings of the God. It's
Yeah, so
wonderful.
good to see. Sangeeta ma'am has not speak at not even one line today meeting. She will help us, I think.
No, no, Sangeeta
I'm
is very good
listening
at.
actually.
Uh, Yeah. So okay, so then what we'll do, we'll go ahead with this one and make it very 2 pages, very focused concept note. And maybe by 10 days or maybe 1 week, because we've already worked more on it. So I just want to finish this proposal, but there are many stages are there. Once given you give us the comments, once we are both are in the same page, then we can go for the funding and all. So maybe 10 days we'll finish it off.
Don't get into the details at this point of time. You do your background work. That's not at all a problem. Give us these 2 pages.
Yeah. 2 pages we'll give you soon. No,
Hmm.
Vijita, we'll work on it.
Because it will help us to propose to different agencies, and this is what we want to do.
Yeah,
Sir,
definitely.
I had a query.
Yes, ma'am. Please ask.
Different climatic regions in Maharashtra. So, for example, right now it is focused on Maharashtra. So, should we take some samples from all the climatic regions? I mean, because if it has to make a sample of 1,000, there are 4 or 5 climatic region. So, we can take equal sample from all the regions, considering that some
Yeah.
climate change is happening.
So if there are that's the thing. So it may not be a climate change, climatic zone. What our consideration is the shift in climatic conditions. So where we are seeing the significant shift, possibly we can do that one.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You are on mute.